I would now like to ask Dr. Schenk to come forward to lead the next part of this event, the recognition of some very special academic achievements.
Thank you, Dr. Gispin. Before we hand out the diplomas, which of course is the heart of the ceremony, I have the distinct pleasure of recognizing those graduates who have excelled in language learning first, and then presenting awards to those who have written the best senior theses. I can still remember recruiting and admitting these students when they were seniors in high school, or maybe freshmen at Ole Miss, meeting them at summer orientation, and going on that first-year student retreat in Tishomingo County. Did we swim? I can't remember. Yes, we probably swam. And that was way back in 2010, I believe. And a lot has changed in my life then. I've had 2 kids since 2010. So I really feel like I've grown up with you guys. It's been a privilege to work with such talented and inquisitive students, and it's been a joy to see you grow from little freshmen to college graduates. First, the language awards. As many of you know, foreign language education is one of the key components of our program here at the Croft Institute. Students have to take the language every semester. They choose one language, and then they take it every semester they're enrolled in the program. They study abroad for at least a semester in a country where the language is spoken, and many of them do more than that. They go for a year, or they do additional summer programs. At the end of their time at Croft Institute, they have to do what is called an oral proficiency interview. This is sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. It's an interview on the phone in their target language in which they just basically have to talk. Now, a lot of us would be nervous to interview on the phone in our native language. So imagine doing that in Russian, or Chinese, or Arabic, or Japanese, or French, or German, or Spanish, or Italian. They may ask you role play situations. They may ask you about politics. It's a very stressful situation, and students have all done well on that. Now, we have expectations that we set for each language, and 6 students this year have exceeded those expectations, and they're going to get a special gift in their Croft diplomas when they receive them. So I'm going to read the names of these 6 students, and I'd ask you to hold your applause until they're all read, and I'd ask the students to please stand up after I read your name. The first is Sadia Brennan, who exceeded our expectations for English. William Bumpus, Chinese. James Cutchin, Chinese. Patrick Fields, Spanish. Brad Gordon, Russian. And Luen Vu, there he is, in Chinese. Congratulations to you all. I'd also like to recognize one student who is not receiving his diploma today, but who did take the OPI in Arabic this spring and exceeded our high expectations. Congratulations to Byron Head and back. Now, for the first prize, I'd like to announce the Gerald M. Abdullah Prize. The Croft Institute instituted the Gerald M. Abdullah Prize 3 years ago. It is named for Gerald M. Abdullah, chairman of the Joseph C. Bankoff Educational and Charitable Fund and CEO of Croft LLC. The prize recognizes the student who has maintained the highest overall grade point average while completing the International Studies major. This year, the prize was awarded to Walker Messer. Walker, please come forward to receive the medal struck in commemoration of your achievement. Get a picture? Okay. The Thesis Prizes and the Bankoff Award are the oldest honors given by the Croft Institute. Each award carries with it a monetary prize, and the winners' names will be added to the plaques that are hanging outside of the receptionist's office on the 3rd floor of our building. The first set of awards goes to the students who wrote the best senior theses. At first, I'd like to commend all of our graduates for successfully completing their theses. Very few students around the country do a senior thesis these days, and you can probably understand why. It is a testament to our students' hard work and academic ability that they were all able to complete this 2-semester-long project. Having coordinated the senior thesis process from the beginning, meeting here last fall and telling you what you needed to do to finish, I can tell you how hard these young men and women have worked. And so while all of our students deserve to be congratulated, we will give special recognition to the 4 students who wrote the best theses in each of our 4 regional concentrations, and the one who wrote the best thesis on an inter-regional topic. The selection process this year was very difficult, as we had many excellent theses to choose from. When I call each award winner's name, I ask that he or she please come forward to receive an award from me and Dr. Gisbin. And if the student's mentor is here, I'd ask for him or her to come forward as well. The first prize goes to the student who wrote the best thesis on a Middle Eastern topic. This is our newest prize because this is the first year we have graduating seniors who've done this regional concentration. The student's advisor wrote in the official notes, "An advisor could not wish for a better or more diligent student." The student uses a combination of quantitative and qualitative analysis to investigate the role of the youth movement in the Egyptian Revolution of 2011, and has even added her own distinction between horizontal and vertical movements to the literature on social movements. The prize goes to Elise Marseille-Lours for her thesis entitled "Bread, Freedom, and Social Justice, the Role of the Youth in the Egyptian Revolution of 2011. The second prize is for the best thesis on a Latin American topic. This year, the prize goes to a thesis which, quote, demonstrates considerable creativity in teasing out policy positions despite elaborate silences in the official documents it studies. The student deserves particular praise for her extensive and patient use of Spanish language sources in her analysis of the Peruvian government's attempts to respond to U.S. demands to be tough on coca and at the same time respect indigenous people's traditional rights to cultivate and use the plant. The prize goes to Julie Kathleen McGee for her thesis entitled The next prize goes to the student who wrote the best senior thesis on an interregional topic. This prize-winning thesis is built on an interesting question, a strong research design, and well-executed analysis. It is well-written and could be easily imagined as a scholarly journal article. By testing over 200,000 observations of financial development over 37 years, this student expanded on Glickenrose's model of the effects of currency unions on bilateral trade to include the country's level of financial development. The prize goes to Walker Lee Messer for his thesis entitled "The Currency Union Effect on Trade, the Role of Financial Development." The fourth prize is for the best thesis on a European topic. The committee had a difficult time choosing one winner this year, and they wanted me to mention the runner-up, Susanna Richlack, who wrote an excellent thesis on the causes of declining fertility rates in post-war Italy. This year's prize-winning thesis is based on a wonderful collection of sources and demonstrates a depth of research that goes beyond what one would expect of an undergraduate thesis. The student learned to read the Old German Sutherland script to decipher the handwriting of her own grandmother's letters, which recounted her experiences as a Jewish girl growing up in Berlin, fleeing the Nazis with her family to Uruguay, and living as a trans migrant there. The prize goes to Martina Catello for her thesis entitled My Grandmother's Story, A Study of Post-Holocaust Identity. The final prize for a senior thesis is the Terasawa Prize, named for Dr. Katsuaki Terasawa, the Associate Director of the Croft Institute from 1998 until his retirement in 2005. Dr. Terasawa is a respected economist, and while he was at Croft, a much beloved teacher. The Terasawa Prize is given to the best overall thesis, and this year, the winner is also the best thesis on an East Asian topic. As Dr. Gisborne wrote in his official comments, this thesis is exemplary in its organization, its writing, and the depth and breadth of its research, including numerous original sources in Chinese. This is unquestionably the best senior thesis I have seen in my years at the Croft Institute. The third reader agreed that it was the best I have read this year, at least. The student seeks to explain the astonishing growth in enrollment in Chinese universities through the concept of fragmented authority, building his argument on a keen analysis of statistical data, deep reading in the theoretical and scholarly literature, and clear and cogent writing. The Terasawa Prize for the best thesis written at the Croft Institute this year goes to William Wallace Bumpus III for his thesis entitled Uncontrolled Enrollment Expansion, Fragmented Authoritarianism in Chinese Higher Education. Please join me in congratulating our award winners and all of our seniors for completing their senior thesis. The next prize is the Bankoff Award. Named for Joseph C. Bancroft, the man whose generous gift made the Croft Institute possible, the Bankoff Award is given to a graduate who combines an outstanding record in public service with overall academic achievement. This year's recipient clearly meets these criteria. The student has a high GPA and has achieved the level of proficiency expected by the Croft Institute. No easy feat. While graduating with a Spanish major to complement the BA in International Studies. Like many Croft students, the winner was a Croft ambassador, an Ole Miss ambassador, active in a Greek organization, and an intern with the University of Mississippi Museum. The winner also volunteered with the Boys and Girls Club, Leapfrog, and Rebelthon, was active in the UM chapter of Amnesty International, and became president of that organization, which specifically focuses on combating human trafficking. The winner also put in long hours helping her hometown of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, after it was struck by a tornado in the spring of 2011. She has been a Croft Senator since her freshman year and is the outgoing Senate President. The winner of the 2014 Bankoff Award for Outstanding Academic and Public Service Achievements is none other than Kendra Lee Riley. Congratulations to all.